All right, we've got a lot to cover tonight, so hang on. And we are talking about Walmart's Ozark Trail 15-in-1 multi-tool. I put off this review for a little bit because this is an unusual multi-tool because it's such a budget price and because of its size and because of its tool set. So let's go ahead and start with its size. So this is actually almost the size of the Leatherman Surge. So this is a very large, beefy multi-tool, and you put the Leatherman Surge and they're almost the same width. So it's just slightly shorter, but almost the same size. So this comes in about 4¼ inches long, just a little bit over. And once you open it up, again, it has a very large set of pliers, very similar to the Leatherman Surge, but the pliers are not as wide. So when you compare them, they don't have the extra reinforcement and they do not have replaceable cutters either. But again, these are very large pliers. And you do have the pocket clip as well. Obviously, with the Leatherman Surge, you can add the pocket clip. It does come with a sheath, but it's really just a generic one, not worth mentioning. And I think mine maybe came ripped because this was a display case model. Now, one of the things I like about this is that all the tools are on the outside. So we have the knife, and these are all locking as well. We have the 3-sided file, and then we have a pair of scissors, and we have a Phillips screwdriver. Now, one of the disappointing things is these tools are very, very shiny, and usually that doesn't bespoke extreme high quality, but they are what they are. So one of the things I do want to mention in Ozark Trail's defense, and something that I appreciate, is that the knife is actually a little bit beefier than some of the other bargain basement offerings from other brands. So for instance, this is Gerber's sort of bottom of the barrel. This is the Gerber Suspension NXT. It's a pretty nice little multi-tool for what it is. It's still $30 on Amazon, but it is around $50 on Gerber's website. So again, you can see this knife is far wider. You've got more room to sharpen the knife and so forth. And when you bring over the $51 SOG Power Access, that's what the price is right now on Amazon. Again, it's a very thin, very skinny blade. Now, let's talk about price. This is right now $15.96 on their website. So it's $16 multi-tool with locking tools. Very, very, very shiny, but locking tools. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scissors. So these scissors right here, we'll go ahead and face piece of paracord. And again, it slices right through paracord. Pretty good set of scissors. I don't think it's, well, I think they might be fairly close to the Ozark Trail. This is the $40 or around $42 or so Ozark Trail from Walmart. That is the Leatherman Wave copy. And they do have a pair of scissors as well. And those scissors are right here. I do like that they're not as shiny. So these are the scissors compared, but both of these cut fairly well. And again, this is half the price of the Ozark Trail, so keep that in mind. So all these tools are outside accessible, whereas the Ozark Trail is not. You have to open the tool. So that is something probably people will find advantageous. You have the serrated blade. On the other side, you do have the saw. And then you have 2 other inside blades as well. Or not blades, but screwdrivers. You've got the bottle opener, wire stripper, and then you have, I guess, a medium screwdriver and a little bit bigger medium screwdriver. Not by much. They're almost identical in size or in width, but they are 2 different tools. So that is what it is. But this is a unique multi-tool because of its size, because of its price, and I'm not sure how to classify this. So on the one hand, I mean, it's got a very cheap price. I love that. I love that as a pocket clip, as a pair of scissors. It's got all accessible outside tools, which is fantastic. But again, when it comes to the tools, I mean, this right here just reminds me of very, very, very cheap quality. And let's go ahead and bring this out. Let's see how this works. So we'll go ahead and screw this in like so. So actually the Phillips head does seem to work. Seems to work out all right, but let's see. I guess it's not really damaged that much or anything. It did seem like it was slipping a little bit. Again, I feel like this could perhaps be a little bit better defined, but it actually does seem to do a pretty decent job, and it doesn't seem to be falling apart. So again, the tools look cheap, but if they work, they work. So when we talk about the budget market, we have the Leatherman Rev, which I've talked about recently. And you have the pliers here. You have the inside tool set where you have the wire stripper, the combo tool with the can opener, bottle opener. You have the file, the depth gauge, and the package opener, pocket clip as well. And then you do have the Phillips and the regular screwdriver. And when you close the multi-tool, you do have a outside knife as well. Now, none of the tools lock. Only the knife does into place, but none of the rest of the tools lock, and you don't have scissors. Now this is $49.95, so for less than half that price, again, you get scissors and you get much larger tools and a couple extra longer tools as well. So again, would I recommend the Ozark Trail over the Rev? Well, no, because this has the Leatherman guarantee and it is made much better. But for a beginner, if you want something for, you know, a tackle box, it's hard to see this as a bad deal. Now, Gerber's suspension has a pair of scissors. It's got the can opener, bottle opener. It's got the wire stripper and the screwdriver, and it's got the knife. It's got the Phillips screwdriver, the awl, and the depth gauge file, and I guess that's it, besides the pocket clip and also the spring-loaded pliers. But this is now marked up to $50 on Gerber's website and $30 on Amazon. So again, this tool is far cheaper than pretty much anything in its price range. So this is a very hard tool to sort of put in a box because it's definitely not perfect. It's got shiny, shiny surfaces. It looks sort of cheap. When you open your plier head, mine is getting a little bit better, but it feels grainy. It feels like there's metal shavings in there, perhaps. It doesn't inspire a whole bunch of confidence, but it offers a lot for $16. So I'll leave this up to you. Again, the Ozark Trail, it's about half the price. Well, it's more than half the price of the Ozark Trail Multi-Force. And it comes in at almost the same size as the Leatherman Surge. Is this Walmart's Leatherman Surge? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.